it has been 4 years since your first album with Judas Priest, Jugulator. That's a long time. Why did it take you so long to make another album?
You know, we toured through 98. We released the live Meltdown, 98 live Meltdown, and then to the end of 98. So obviously we wanted to take a little bit of 99 off, and we took a little bit of time off, and then, you know, we signed to some different record labels and did some different things in the States and in Japan, and then started writing, you know, and Glenn and Ken sat down and started writing, and it just took a while, you know, and sometimes it takes longer than you hope for, but unfortunately this did.
Your new album was supposed to be released a bit earlier.
Yeah, there was a delay. It was just, there's always delays, isn't there? I mean, unfortunately, that's how things go. If one record label doesn't want to release it till a certain date, then all of them have to release it on a certain date, you know. So it's things just change.
How will you describe your new album, Demolition? I mean, there were some great tracks on the Jugulator album, but there were some reactions about the lack of melodies in the songs. What is this album like?
I think there was plenty. I think there was melody in Jugulator, which people, I don't know how they overlooked it, but, you know, songs like Burn in Hell, and I mean, even Bloodstained. I mean, there was, I think, Cathedral Spires, but I think Jugulator was the perfect album for the time, and I think the way to describe this record would be 2001 Judas Priest. I mean, that boils it, that just nails it right down. Priest has always moved forward, and this record is a 2001 Judas Priest. More light and shade, more melody, but it's still got the Jugulator feel.
Right. Glenn and KK wrote all the tracks on your last album. Who wrote the songs on your new album, Demolition?
Glenn and Ken. You know, we're starting to write together. I mean, obviously, this album was also written for my singing, which Jugulator was written for nobody's singing, really, you know, because they didn't have a singer when I came aboard. And it's just to start writing with them. You know, we started to. I wrote a song. It's on the Japanese on the Japanese copy. It's a bonus song called "What's My Name," and I wrote that with them. But you know, we're going to start writing more on this next record. But you know, it's just hard. They're great writers, and it's hard to really, you know, to mess up that chemistry. You know.
Sure. So do you feel that your personality as a vocalist is more put more influence into this album than the previous album?
Oh, I think there's no doubt about it. I think Glenn especially knows how to tap into areas of my vocal ability, and they knew what to expect. They knew what I could do. They knew that they could explore other areas because I could sing it. It's not just straightforward certain type of singing. They know that I don't like to sing one certain way for very long. I like to change my voice quite a bit. So they knew what they could do.
Machine Man is the first single of the album. Does that song sound like the rest of the album? Is it representative?
No. I think Machine Man is a typical Priest song. I think it's in a long line of like songs like Exciter and Free Will Burnin' and Painkiller and, you know, Scream for Vengeance. I think it's in that type of line. But the rest of the album's it's got songs similar to that One on One, but it's got a couple ballads on there. It's got just some amazing songs. There's a lot of light and shade in the record.
I tired of all the speculations about getting Rob Halford back in the band. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, that's just that, you know, it's what people say. They have nothing better to say, I guess, you know, and just talking about it is, it's just nothing really to talk about. You know, the thing is, I'm the singer of Priest now, and that's what I concentrate on, and just singing to the best of my ability, and you know, I love heavy metal and love the fans.
You're ready to go on tour? I know you'll be playing some festivals this summer.
Yeah.
What are your touring plans like?
Well, we're really hitting the festivals and you know, a lot of places that coincide with the festivals. Obviously, we have to make a tour around the festivals and places in that area, you know, and we can't hit everywhere that we want to right now, but we're definitely going to come back. We hope we're going to come back for another tour and hit all the places that we couldn't hit. But we're going to be everywhere. I mean, our whole thing this year is to tour as much and just tour the world and do as much as we can.
Okay. Do you think there is a new Judas Priest classic on your new album, Demolition?
It's just hard to tell because there's so many classic songs on it. You know, I think One on One could be. I think Lost and Found could be. In Between could be. You know, so it's just hard to tell.
It's up to the fans maybe to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play the songs live and then you check out the response you get on the stage.
We're starting off doing 2 songs right now because obviously the album's not even going to be out when we're touring.
Sure.
You know, so there's no need in playing too many songs. We're going to do, but the song that I think we're going to do, and it's a great one, is One on One, and it sounds great live.
Okay. I think heavy metal is getting more popular right now, so I believe that a lot of bands will be making videos again. Have you been making a video for Machine Man, for instance?
No, we haven't yet, and you know that's in the decision-making process if we're going to do it or not. We made a video for Burn in Hell off of Jugulator, and so we're just kind of seeing what we're going to do, if we're going to make one or not.